Caboclo quando sai, acorda o sol pela manhã. Planta algodão, planta nuvens pelo chão. A noite quando volta, traz estrelas no embornal. Cofres do sertão que semeia no quintal. Descendo do horizonte, ele tira seu chapéu.
Most people know me as I was born in South Central LA, or South LA, better known as today. And I am the founder of DXCOLLECTIVE. DXCOLLECTIVE is for the most part, a cut and sew brand, an apparel brand that was founded upon coincidence, trying times, and the desire to find an artistic outlet for myself. The inspiration for my art has come from various sources. I grew up in a time period where graffiti and self-expression were very important in our upbringing, in our youth, and everyone wanted to be artistic but also put out a message, a self-expression. And so every creative individual found a way, found a style, and they would make it their own. How I would describe my signature artistic style? I can't even wrap my head around that yet. I haven't determined it yet. I don't know, but I do know that in every custom garment that I make, there's a lot of myself in it, and wanting to also taking into consideration what you like, what you want. I try to envision what you want it to look like. So that is my signature style, is customizing something with customer in mind. My philosophy on life. It's a very interesting question. I'd have to say that I don't think anything is coincidence in life. I think everything happens for a reason. And even though you're gonna experience a whole lot of things in life, some of them will be bitter, some of them will be amazing. But I think that you have to think at all times that whatever you may be going through, whether it's triumph or trying times, you have to realize that it's all meant to happen that way. It's going to lead you to where you're supposed to be. I think I've gotten a lot of good advice along the way, but one that really sticks out, and I use it to this day, and I know I'll always use it, are the words from my own mother. When I was growing up, I remember one of the main quotes that she would say all the time was, in Spanish, "A mal tiempo buena cara," which means, through trying times, you gotta put up a good face. You've got to put up a good face. You got to keep pushing forward. So just because you're going through trying times doesn't mean you have to reflect it. You've got to put a good face forward, and whether it's really showing what you're living through or not, it allows you to stay positive. You smile to the world. It allows you. It keeps that positivity in your heart, in your mind. You're smiling to the world. There's a reason to smile. There's a reason to move past whatever troubles and tribulations you may be experiencing. So that's probably, and it's an advice that's universal. It's applicable to everything. Through any hard time, whether it's work, relationships, friendships, anything in life, you can apply that to, and it's successful. It's very true. One of the things that I'd want to tell the youth or an aspiring artist or a young person that's trying to find what their creative outlet might be is, don't focus too much. When we're growing up, we tend to want to fit in to certain groups or certain popularity circles and whatnot, and you're just trying so hard to fit in. You think that that's what you should be. Later in life, you discover that you are your own individual, and you can look around you, you can take it all in and just be inspired by it, admire it to a certain extent, but at some point you have to become your own individual. And so it's okay if you don't fit into this circle. It's okay if you don't, you're not cut out for that group. It's still something that you can admire. It's still something that you can be inspired by. But you will discover in life that you are your own unique individual, and that's okay, because you just never know where that's going to take you. So take the pressure off yourself and just allow yourself to look around and obviously, admire things for what they are, but don't feel the pressure to fit in, because it's not, if you don't fit in, there's a reason why you don't fit. What is my legacy and how I'd want to be remembered? If I were to die today, heaven forbid, but if I were to go today, I'd want the people that were in my life, or that were somehow crossed paths with me, to remember me as someone who kept going, kept pushing. I can take you back all the way to when I was in junior high and I became a teenage mom at the age of 14. It was something that was a life changer, and you'd be considered a statistic the moment that you became a teenage mom. You were a statistic. All your dreams, all your aspirations were suddenly they took the back seat, and you had to suddenly give your new life the ultimate priority. And I feel that to this day, I beat those odds, those statistics. And that's one of the things that has driven me all the way to present day, to where I was fighting hard then to keep pushing forward, keep studying. I graduated, and I was still an artist. I was an artist at the age of 12. Something that I knew I was an artist at heart, and that would never leave me, no matter what age, no matter what situations I was going to be presented in life. And everything I've ever done has had to do with the idea of beating those odds, of not allowing yourself to be a statistic, even when the odds are against you. You gotta believe in yourself. Sometimes you don't have anybody to believe in you but yourself. So that would be a legacy that I'd leave to my kids, to any aspiring artist, to anybody going through all sorts of situations in life, is you can beat the odds, whatever it is. Nothing is permanent, everything will pass, and you can be who you want to be at any age in life. If you have the dreams and you have the aspirations, no matter what you go through, there will come a time where you're going to be able to put them forth. And it may be when you're 20, maybe when you're 50, maybe beyond that. But you got to believe in yourself and not lose sight of your dreams and your goals. There will come a time. It may not happen when you expect it to or the way you planned it to, but it will happen when it's meant to. So how I want to be remembered. I can only hope that people will remember me for what made them smile about me, what they considered were my best attributes. I've always been a person that tries to put good face forward and smile. You could be a stranger, you could be anybody, and I'll have a conversation with you. I'm going to smile with you, because just because we don't know each other doesn't mean that you can't make an instant connection. And it's thanks to that I've met a lot of amazing people in life. And those connections have brought me to where I am today. And they've kept me inspired to keep trying, even when you've got nothing but you want to make something. You've got to find it within you to find where there's a will, there's a way. There's a will, there's going to be a way, because you're going to make it happen. So through every situation in my life, that's been my mindset. If there's a will, there's a way. Even if you're at the bottom, you will see the flip side to that situation, and you will achieve whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. If it's a career choice, if it's anything in life, I think that you can make happen. And that's something that I'm proving to myself to this day, that dreams of yesterday don't mean that they're gone forever. They will come up again if you allow them to, and you keep them close to your heart. So that would be probably one of the things I'd hope people would remember, the fact that even if it sounded crazy at the time, the ideas that I may have had or the dreams that I had, they were present, and I continued talking about it, and I continued, to share about it, because at some point in life I knew that I would make them happen. So I'd want to be remembered as someone that was vivacious, that was ambitious to stay true and make dreams a reality. Yeah.